So, chat, we're actually going to, we usually do a Laker Minute next, but we're going to actually go into some Raider news. And I know we have a couple people in the chat that already have a couple questions regarding football. But we will, I'll let RJ take over and then I will bring up that question. So, RJ, if you want to go with the Raiders.
All right, boys, draft season is here. We are finishing up the seventh round as we speak right now, but all eyes were on Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, when the Raiders were poised with the sixth pick in the draft. And after the first pick, the obvious one was Cam Ward. He was not going to fall to the Raiders. And with the signing of Geno Smith, it seemed that we were kind of content with a quarterback, and it seemed with us trading for Geno and signing him to a little bit of a long term deal, but just re-signing him. It showed what the front office thought of the draft class for quarterbacks here, and what I was expecting and what I was hoping for was for us to go BPA. BPA is the best way to go because there's nothing that we had on the team that is like, you know what, we don't need that. No, we could get better anywhere. We can get better on the O line. We can get better at the second level. We can get better in the secondary. Please, for the love of God, get some skills players, like some weapons for Geno Smith, not just Bowers. And the sixth fifth came up, and it went Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. That was one, two, three. Who was the fourth one? Don't tell me. Shit. Who was fourth? The fucking lineman from LSU. Lineman from LSU, Mason Graham, and we got our guy. Chat, we got our guy. We got Ashton motherfucking Genty. We got LT 2.0, explosivity, elusiveness, some power, just in all you could do it back, man. Like, he is gonna bring back our run game to what it was when we had Josh Jacobs. And I'm so happy for it because last year we had the hopes of Zamir White. Oh, God, Zamir White, dude. I felt so bad for the kid because, like, I loved what he did at the back end of the season before where he kind of helped out for Jacobs. Seemed like he was going to be, like, an easy handoff. Like, we don't need to pay Jacobs. We got Zamir White right here. And then last year happened, and he was just awful. He was awful. And no way around it. And there was no way that Pete Carroll, uh, John Spytek, and Mark Davis, thank God Mark Davis was like, you know what? We're not going to do this. We're not going to have another year of an abysmal running game and abysmal quarterbacks. So 86, Gardner Minshew, he gone. And we signed Geno Smith, or we trade for Geno Smith and we re-sign him. But now we have the backfield combo of Raheem Mostert and Ashton Genty. I will take it. This is definitely a much better Raider roster than what we had at the start of last year. But we didn't stop there. After that, we stayed with our second round pick and we took a receiver from, what was it? Here we go. From TCU. I knew it was something purple. TCU, Jack Beck. There's, aside from Jacoby Myers, Jack Beck will probably be our second wide receiver. There's a good chance about that. Maybe it'll be Trey Tucker. I'm not sure. But we just need weapons on the outside. Please, for the love of God, like outside of Brock Bowers, we need weapons on the outside. So, we got our receiver out there. He had a breakout performance last year and stuff like that. Another 1,000-yard receiver, Biletnikoff Award semifinalist. He'll be opposite Jacoby on the outside. And then we went for a little bit more. We took a corner out of Iowa State, took a guard out of Texas Tech because God forbid, like that O-line was atrocious. I wish we'd have went if I forget what that guy's name from LSU is, the lineman. But if he would have felled us at 6, I would have been perfectly okay with taking him.
Is that Will
Um,
Campbell?
Will Campbell. I wanted to say Will Compton, but I was like, that's Taylor Lewan's buddy. Will Campbell. Thank you. That's the one. We're still drafting right now as we speak. The biggest one that I love is Dante Thornton from Tennessee, who is running a straight line, kid. We'll throw it up to you, which is what we need. I feel like that's what we wanted out of Trey Tucker, but he really hasn't exploded onto the scene. I don't think he has the acceleration to kind of do that. But I was kind of sad. I know Chad we probably wanted to take Shador a little late. I thought we were going to take him late, honestly, but I'd rather build with projects around the rest of the team than have to worry about having this drama at quarterback.
So,
But go
Blizzy
ahead.
was asking, what are your thoughts on Shador dropping so high?
That's insane. Like that is something I have never ever seen, but it's not in the draft. I meant like because with this kid's talent, he should have easily gone in the first round. He should have definitely gone before Jackson Dart. But it seems like all the owners got together and tried to send a message to anyone that thinks that they were above the NFL. Because I remember reading reports that Dion was saying he doesn't want Shador playing for certain teams. He never name dropped anyone, but people assumed Cleveland. And then he walked it back later and said, like, you know what? I'll just be happy for whoever drafts him. Yeah, dude, you better walk it back because these owners will not fucking draft your kid and they'll fucking blackball your kid. And that's what it seemed like it happened. And then obviously they wait till the fifth round to take Shador because at this point it's too great of a value to pass up. Raiders didn't have a fifth round pick. We had two or three fourth rounders. I wish we'd have taken him, but this is something that was just unprecedented. I feel bad for Shador because he goes to the worst best case scenario. Because best case scenario, he's going to get a chance to start. But it's the worst case scenario because it's the fucking Browns. Like, I feel bad for the kid because he's going to be another jersey on that big ass last name of fucking quarterbacks that the Browns have. Like, how is it, like 30 plus starting quarterbacks within the last like 15 years?
Yeah.
Poor guy, man. Like, but yeah, really happy with the draft. We got any other questions for the Raiders before
Yes.
we move on?
So Blizzy was saying also the Silver Surfer. I believe that was referring to Genty. Him and Pete will go crazy this year, and he said, "I hope we could pick up Keen or Amari Cooper up in the free agency to help out the rookie receivers we picked up." And then Browns drafted Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. That was the one I wanted to, yeah. So they took two rookie quarterbacks, but what I'm also thinking is with them taking Shador, I think maybe they're going to hold him as a trade piece. They're going to hold him as a fucking, this nice shiny little Pokemon card that they're going to get from a pack, and they're going to flip that shit for something bigger later. They spent a fifth round on him. They're going to probably flip that for at least a second, maybe even a first for someone that's going to be quarterback fucking just desperate. That's what I think they might do because this quarterback room has Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and now Shador Sanders. That is a packed-ass quarterback room, dude. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with all that. Kenny Pickett might get cut. Deshaun Watson, I think he restructured his contract so he could stay with the Browns because that contract was so goddamn awful. But I don't know what they're going to do. I think they hold Shador as trade bait, honestly. That's probably the best way I see it going forward. Maybe they hold Dylan Gabriel as trade bait. I don't think they view Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett as possible starters. Joe Flacco is going to probably start for that team going into week one, honestly, and that's fucking awful for Browns fans. But I don't know where. In 5 years, I kind of want to be curious as to where Shador is because I don't think he'll be with Cleveland.
So what's the overall grade would you give the Raiders for this draft?
I would give it. Ooh. I'd have to let me get back to you about that. Let me go back and do some reading and do a little bit more research because I wasn't as into like the later, like the third round on. I wasn't really paying attention to it much. I was waiting for the first and second just to kind of see because that's where most of like high end talent is, like for starters at least. Like third round on, it's a little bit more projects and stuff like that. Let me get back to that, and next week I'll be able to give you guys a better answer for what our grade is.
Okay, at least for the first round, what is your grade?
A plus. A
A
plus.
plus.
We needed that A plus. We needed the playmaker. You go best player available 2 years in a row, and you get game changers on the offensive side of the ball, which is something we haven't had in a minute since we first traded for Devontae. This is something that I love to see going forward from an organization that can always get better anywhere. That can get better anywhere. Like, yes, you could have had Zamir White, Raheem Mostert, but no, let's go get Ashton Genty because he's right fucking there. Last year, we took Brock Bowers, and I remember seeing reports that people were fucking concerned as to why the fuck would they take Brock Bowers right now? Why would they take a tight end at 10 or whatever the fuck we took him at? Because that's why. Because we have a generational tight end talent who runs like a receiver and lines up at the tight end spot and can block. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, we could get better anywhere. It's not like you look at Michael Mayer and be like, you know what? That's a cornerstone tight end right there. He might be, but you can't pass up on Brock Bowers. Especially when you're losing pass catchers and you got Devontae throwing hissy fits, wanted to go blow Aaron Rodgers in fucking New York.
That is also true.
That is all, dude. He was holding Mass's pocket right there, man. It's insane.
All
Fuck,
right.
man.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
One more thing.
Crash out. Crash out.
Davante Adams. Oh my god. Can lick all under my fucking nuts, bro. Fuck him. Fuck Davante Adams.
Anything else about the Raiders, RJ?
I'm good. I wanted to get that out and put that into the public.
Blizzy on chat says, "On God, fuck Devontae Diva Adams."
Dude.
Diva ass, I mean.
Diva ass, dude. Fucking throwing all those fucking bitch fits on Netflix just to get traded to go with your fucking jailmate and to end up with the same record but end up in fucking Jersey. Kiss my ass, Devontae. I've tweeted at him so many fucking times being a fucking loser too. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I can't wait to meet him and hit him with a melted honey bun. What the fuck?
That's disrespectful to the honey bun, man. Don't do that to that. Someone throw him one of those fucking like unseasoned hot dogs from SoFi, dude. Those sad ass fucking looking hot dogs.
Disgusting.
Dog. Okay, Glizzy, you gotta really see what those SoFi hot dogs look like, man. Those things look like struggle dogs out of fucking Russia.
Anything else on the Raiders for now, RJ?
Nothing much right now, man. Looking at the depth chart right now, actually, and Jack Beck is looking like a starting right side wide receiver. They have Trey listed as the left and Jacoby in the slot. I think that'll change. I think Trey might move into the slot, and then Beck or Betch and Jacoby will be on the outside. Ashton Genty, RB1. Duh. Fucking duh. The defense is looking good. I definitely think that right now, I think our problem last year definitely was the offense wouldn't stay on the field long enough to give our defense a break. So our defense was always gassed whenever they went out, hence us giving up so many fucking points. Like, I definitely think our team was good last year, but just our offense, led by Gardner fucking Minshew, couldn't keep drives going. So that led to the defense coming out more, a lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of turnovers, and the defense was gassed. So I definitely think right now this is going to be a lot more well-oiled machine. I think Pete Carroll is going to install stability. Excuse me. And the offense actually has playmakers now. So I can't wait to see what that's going to look like going forward. But next week I will definitely come back with grades for the second and third rounds and see what happens. But that's a little bit right now for the Raiders. If we have any more news right now, we'll definitely let you guys know. But guys, drop Raider chats on our Instagram. Raider questions, whatever you guys got. Drop them in the Instagram inbox. Do whatever you can. Just please hit us with that so we can get to you guys' questions.
Also, shout out to the live chat too. Just before I get into Liquor Minute, they got RJ knows Blizzy with the RJ knows ball. I fuck with him. And just a real quick question, he said, UFC wise, Ian Garrett versus Carlos Prados. Who you got?
Carlos Praches.
Prados.
Yeah, my heart wants Praches. I'm gonna lean Ian Gary. I don't think he's gonna play these stupid fuck games and stay on the feet with Praches. He's gonna try and take him down. He's gonna do what he did to MVP and just try and neutralize his stand-up offense. But the thing is, Praches has knockout power. Gary can be really conservative on the feet like he did with Jeff Neal and not get hit, but he barely won that Jeff Neal fight. I was there live when I saw it. I don't know how he's going to deal with Praches, and we don't know how good Praches' takedown defense is. Maybe he learned from his boy Silva at Fight Nerds and can stop a takedown. But we'll see. Me logically, I'm thinking Ian Gary, but I'm going to go with Praches, baby. It's got to be Praches by stoppage, like for sure. Like there's no way Praches goes all 5, man.
Beautiful. And like I said, we'll have many questions with the UFC as well, just because I know my boy knows ball with football and he also knows fights.
That's what I do. Hit it, Ant. Laker Minute, baby. Let's go.
Laker Minute, real quick, chat. All right, so game 1 was last Friday, I believe. Saturday. I was fucking pissed. I did a post-game. I watched the game. The Lakers looked flat. They looked fucking horrible. I was so mad I had to take a nap and then hop on stream to process everything. They did not look like a 3 seed at that point. This team was flat. They had no energy. LeBron didn't do anything, but he's 40. I understand. Luka had so much going on. The first quarter looked so great. And then the second quarter happened, and then we end up being down by 15, I think, at a certain point. By halftime, it was, I believe, 11 point game because Dante DiVincenzo hits that three, just a momentum killer. I was not liking it. That's why I had that fear that I said last week that my heart wants the Lakers to win, but I think Minnesota's going to beat us in the series. So that game was a throwaway game. Just Austin Reeves, you have to do better, babe. You need to do better because he had a horrible game. So many turnovers. It just was not good. Then we go into game 2, which was on Tuesday. Lakers, complete opposite. They're alive. They are leading the whole way. The first quarter is 15-34, and they just kind of ran off with it. The score is a little closer than it shows than how the game was because the final ended up being 85-94. But this Laker team looked like that they this is what people were expecting the Lakers to look like in the playoffs. Luka had 31. Let me just pull up the box score really quickly just so I can get some more numbers. So Luka had 31. James had 21. Austin Reeves still had a shaky game. Still 50% shooting. 16 points. Lakers dub in LA. Then we go to last night. Last night could not catch much of the game. Unfortunately, I was at work. But Lakers, from what I was watching, from when I was keeping up, it was a close game throughout. First quarter was a little shaky. Then they ended up bouncing back in the second quarter. I think they were up by 2 or 4 by the second, going into the second half. LeBron James, vintage LeBron James, he went 13 for 21 with 38 points, 5 from 9 from the three-pointer. He had a really good game. Now, Rui Hachimura, down the fucking stretch, you need to put your fucking hands down because I just kept seeing foul after foul after foul after foul. We cannot have that during crunch time. It was a fucking 2-point game, I believe, with 3 minutes left. And then Minnesota just took off. The final was 104-116. Austin Reeves had a decent game, not too crazy. Now Luka though, he did not have a great game again at all. 40 minutes, 6 for 16 shooting with 17 points. It's gonna be a hard one. This series is not gonna be as easy. I didn't see the game live, so I don't know how the energy went. I don't know how the flow went, but at the end of it, they need to have that same thing with game 2. And that's the most frustrating thing. From Lakers teams, from today, from the past, and we are a completely different team from what we were last year. They have an energy issue. I don't know why. They will come out flat-footed. They were off for a fucking week before game 1. You're off for a week, and you come out looking like that. Game 2, you got a fire in your ass, and I love Coach Redick because he's even calling timeout saying, what the fuck are we doing? And that's what we need. We need that leader that's not just LeBron James or Luka Doncic. We need the coach to put a fire in their ass. He calls a timeout, cusses them out. It was beautiful. Now, Lakers are down 2-1 in the series, so we're going to have game 4 on Sunday. We have to win, or else the series is over.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just plain
no
and
doubt,
simple.
Man. What do you make of? I saw something on Twitter. What do you make of? There was a play last night where they kind of took it slow, but it was because Lakers players thought they heard a whistle from the fucking crowd.
I mean, I saw something about that's just still unacceptable. You know why? Because at the end of it, the crowd
You play through the whistle.
You play through the whistle. You play until you're gonna play through the whistle, but you're in a territory that it's not home. You know, you're away. You're the visitors. They're gonna be trying to fuck with you. The fans are always gonna try to fuck with you. That's horrible, man. Like I know, people could say well, the fucking fans, they shouldn't be doing that. Like, yes, I agree with that, but there's no way that you're gonna just stop on a play like that. Like, because you can hear multiple whistles. I just think it's a cop out. Like, it's just Yeah,
100%, man. No, I agree. Yeah, I'll be watching the game tomorrow with my buddy. So I'll gotta bring out the number 8 Kobe jersey, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Froby Mamba. This is pre-Mamba actually.
Yeah, that was Froby
So
right
yeah,
there.
that was Froby. Yeah, that's my favorite kind. Um, Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm nervous for tomorrow. Not gonna lie. Yeah, because if we lose tomorrow, there's a good chance we're getting bounced first round, and fucking Skip Bayless is going to love this.
Yes.
God damn it, I don't think I could deal with that shit, dude. But oh my god, just a lot of crunch time. This is where it gets interesting right here. But I think Minnesota is definitely going to be the toughest team on defense we'll face in the playoffs, dude. Aside from OKC, but they're probably the toughest team. We had a bad draw with how the seeding went because these guys are playing tougher than a 6 seed, easily.
And the thing is too is like having conversations with people that like even just like the I'm sorry, like the watching podcasts and watching like all these analysts talking about it. They are surprised that they're getting paid. That Minnesota's outplaying the Lakers right now, but at the same time, I'm not. You know, I know they lost Cat last year because they traded him away, but once again, this team is not to be played with. Like, and we are not to be played with either. But at the end of it, game one, the Lakers lost to the Lakers. They did not lose to Minnesota because Minnesota didn't look sharp. But at the same time, they didn't. Minnesota didn't play at their top tier ball. Game two, the Lakers played top tier ball. Minnesota didn't. Yesterday, Minnesota played top tier ball. Like they played they are playing what I expect them to be. This was a Western Conference Finals team last year. That's why I don't feel it. I know they're the 6th seed and the year changes. They got the same dogs. Nas Reed is insane. You got Jaden McDaniels too as well. D3 guy, bro. Like it's like you have even Gortat, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not Gortat. Gobert.
Fuck Rudy Gobert.
He's a 3-time or 4-time defensive player of the year. Like Jackson Hayes hasn't done fucking shit. He's just a liability out there. And the thing is that I'm not asking Jackson Hayes to have fucking 10 points. I'm having Jackson Hayes to get fucking rebounds. He's gotten 5 rebounds in 3 games combined. You cannot fucking do that. We're playing small ball, which we can because they have a fucking 7-8 fucking bastard that's down there that's a defensive player of the year, so we can't get inside. So then we go shooting, but the perimeter defense is good. And Julius Randle, which he's notorious for having bad playoff games, has been shitting. He shat on us on game 1. I want to pull up his stats for game 3 because game 2 it was alright. Fuck. But
Game 3 was Jaden McDaniels, bro.
That was the Jaden McDaniels game.
Yeah, that was last night.
So they won yesterday. Recap real quick. Yeah, Jaden McDaniels 30 points. Even Julius Randle 22 points. Look, Gobert, he's just doing his thing. He had 1 point. He had fucking 3 rebounds. It's like, bro, like we have to get defensive stops. Finley Smith, what are you, a 3-and-D guy? Also, where's Vanderbilt at? Like, where has he made a difference with this lockdown defense? And the biggest thing is that everybody's saying, oh, you just got to worry about Anthony Edwards. No, you don't. Jaden, what did he say? They got KD. This is what he said against the Sun series last year. Anthony Edwards. They got KD. We got Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels is fucking us right now with no lube, no spit, no nothing. So it's frustrating, but by next Friday, we shall know if we are out of the playoffs because that would be game 6.
Ooh.
So we'll be doing a preview or I'm going to go on another rant.
Oh, this is going to be a great episode. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Next Friday, we'll be back to our normal time. This is just a little bit of like a on-the-fly kind of thing like that. It's OT fucking happens, man. We'll definitely let you guys know ahead of time if this does have to happen again. It probably shouldn't for like a foreseeable future. But thank you guys for just understanding. Ant's got to go like digress before he has an aneurysm. Like fucking. Oh Jesus, man. Yeah, like it's. But yeah, next week is going to be a really, really fun episode, man. But thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe, share it, like us, subscribe to YouTube, Instagram, do whatever you guys can, spread the word. Just thank you guys so much. Like I said, we never take your patronage for granted. Thank you guys for listening live to the Twitch chat. Appreciate you guys. Anything else, Ant? before you take off?
No, once again, you guys have a good one. Chat was actually really live today. I really liked it. We're gonna get into we'll get into more with the, like, talking with you guys, asking your questions. Just like RJ said, send us questions on our Instagram page, the Cholo Tears Pod. Also our personal Instagrams if you guys have any questions. But we appreciate everything. We love you guys. You know, the people that are in chat right now, appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much, man. Y'all have it easy. Take it easy. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend, guys.
We out of here.